got divorced or separated at the beginning of January of 2020, right before the pandemic, right?
Man.
It was due to my alcoholism. That was the cause of it. I've been sober for over 2 years now.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you. It's been great.
Hey, don't blow by that. That's a huge deal. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That's amazing, man.
So we have 3 boys, 3 fantastic knuckleheaded boys.
Awesome.
And we co-parent very well. We spend most holidays together, boys' birthdays together. And it's, we've made things work and have made them the priority. That's been first and foremost there. But I've recently started dating. It scares the hell out of me. I feel lost trying to do that. But recently when I was talking to someone that I'd been on a date with, she thought my relationship that I had there was maybe a bit strange or tough for someone to get over that I still have with my boy's mom. And she said we had just taken a trip to Las Vegas. We hadn't had many vacations in the past, but for spring break, I got everybody plane tickets, booked room shows, and I got my ex, ticket as well, her own room, and we all went. We went together, and she just kind of mentioned that it would be tough for her, I guess, but she could see and thought others that she thought it might be a bit too much and maybe seems like I haven't quite moved on. And so that's the question. Am I holding myself back, shooting myself in the foot there, trying to find a new relationship, already kind of with my hands tied a bit?
Man, I got tons of thoughts on this one. The first one is whoever this person you went on one date with is get their voice out of your head. She doesn't get a vote.
Good. Okay. And that's the deal.
Like you swiped right and matched. Like right. She doesn't get a vote into how you've reconstructed your life out of ash. But clearly that sparked something in you.
And yeah, I guess it and maybe I just pondered on it too much, I've gotten, since I've been sober and just reevaluating everything and what I wanted to get. Sometimes I've doubted myself, I guess, and my, what I think I'm doing is right, that isn't, or not necessarily right. Just reading social cues, possibly.
Yeah.
Or just,
you're learning to trust yourself again. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: the elephant in the room question.
Yeah.
If your ex-wife called you tonight and said, "Hey, I want to talk in the morning. Can you go to breakfast with me?" And she said, "Hey, I've just seen how you've changed, and I still love you. Would you want to give this another shot?" What would you say?
It would take a lot of counseling. It would be a conversation.
I know. What would you say?
But I could say, yeah, we could talk. Yeah. But there's fences all over there.
I know. Is that a possibility? Is there a possibility that you have become the man that she so desperately wanted you to be for all those years?
Yeah, I guess. And maybe that's a lot of it, because I feel like that I'm trying to be. And listen, man. Can I tell you something that people who get sober don't always understand fully for a while? Yeah.
Bro, we're all trying. All of us. That firm footing, like that feeling of like, I'm nailing this, that's elusive for all of us. And I've got my own demons. I don't struggle with alcohol. But dude, most of the days I don't wake up. In fact, it's the rare day that I exhale at night when my kids are asleep and I think out loud, I did today well.
And I understand that very well.
You know what I mean? And most guys, especially, I know moms do it too, but I'm talking to you, a dad. Most dads just focus on all the things they screwed up. I shouldn't have yelled. I shouldn't have been on my phone. I wish I'd gotten home a little bit earlier. I shouldn't have worked so much. But it's dishonest to not also say, I nailed this one. Today was a good day.
Okay.
I was present today and it felt good.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Anybody you date, let's say if you've come up with a parenting arrangement and a co-parenting arrangement and you've got a friendship with your ex that is harmonious and you both are each other's cheerleaders because you will always be bound together because you made 3 humans together. If you create that and it works for y'all, then whoever you date will have to understand that they're going to always have to come behind those kids, especially while those kids are still minors and still on the payroll.
Definitely.
Period. And so if you date somebody and they start dragging you, well, you always are just talking about your kids and what about me? They're not your person.
Right.
Somebody who's like, I would love to be number one in your life, but I love you enough and I think you're fun and exciting and hilarious and all, whatever the things you are, stable or whatever. And I know eyes wide open what I'm getting into because you have already built a life with somebody. Then
right.
awesome.
And I get that too. I mean, I would hope I would be the exact same way, you know.
Sure. The bigger question for me is, are you done? And you named all of the obstacles. Of course, every relationship has obstacles. All of them. By the way, if you meet somebody new and y'all start dating and it gets kind of serious, you're going to have to go to counseling. Y'all are going to have to figure out how to navigate this. You and your ex, who's your friend, will have to navigate this. You and your kids still have a fantasy that one day mom and dad are going to get back together. And the day you propose to this new person, the day you walk down the aisle with another person, if you choose to get married again, that will be a whole new conversation for your kids. And so I guess the idea is, if you still have feelings for your ex-wife and you're seeing the world clear-eyed now that you're sober, and she is seeing, there's that guy. I'm not saying get back together. I'm saying don't avoid that elephant in the room. Have that conversation like friends and grown-ups.
All right. Okay.
And if you still have feelings for her, you have a choice. You can continue to play like you don't, but you kind of do. Meaning, I just booked us a family vacation. By the way, did you ever book a family vacation before y'all got divorced?
Not like that.
No.
It was always a family reunion here or there. It was never like that.
Or your wife set it all up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you ever just come out and pay for everything?
Well, before, yeah. I mean, but yes.
Okay, so you did do that.
Yeah.
So here's what I'm getting at. Your wife may have your ex may have been like, oh my gosh, there he is. This guy just planned us a family vacation. And so if you still have feelings for her, but you know y'all aren't getting back together, put that on the table. Hey, I brought us out here to Vegas. I basically booked a family trip. Man, I still have feelings for you. It's too weird for me. We are the best co-parents in the world, and we're doing this better than anybody else. I can't do vacations anymore. Romantically, it's hard for me. Or if you know she still has feelings for you, it's something y'all got to put that on the table.
Mm-hmm. All right.
But if y'all have that solved, man, knock your lights out. And the person you date is going to have to know what they're dating into, especially if you tell the truth.
Cool.
What are you going to do, man?
Yeah, that
you got me all cliffhangered.
I don't know if I'd want to bring that back up, if I'd want to go back down that road again. I can't. I feel like I've gotten to this level of peace with myself and where I am, that going back and opening up old wounds and things like that would, I just don't know if it'd be worth the.
Why did you book a vacation and invite your ex-wife and pay for her to get her own room to come with you guys, to go to shows together, to go do things together? Why'd you do that?
The number one reason for it is my boys love their mom. I want to make sure that they, that they understand too that how important she is in their life, and that if we're all out and she's back home by herself, I just wanted to make sure she was included. And because it was always something that I felt like I should have done before. And now that I can, I wanted to still let her have the option, and she didn't have to go. I asked her, you want to come? I'll get you a room. And she said, sure. Yeah. Let's do it. So,
I'm smiling, Henry. I'm smiling real big. Do you hear what you're saying?
Maybe I'm that clueless. I'm not sure.
Like, I'm hearing you say, I'm becoming the guy that
I
always wanted to be for her.
Yeah.
And so now I'm going to do things so I can show her I'm that guy now. And yes, of course, your kids want to be included, but your kids are kind of the excuse.
Okay. I haven't thought of it that way.
Did you have fun hanging out with her in Vegas?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
Did y'all laugh?
We did. We had a great time. Mm-hmm.
Did you hold hands?
No. No, we didn't.
Okay. You just said that all sad. Did you want to?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Did you sneak into her room?
No.
Good.
No.
Just kidding.
I did.
So here's the thing. I want you to get, and let me back all the way out, because, man, the YouTube comments are going to be ugly to me on this one. I want you to back all the way out, and here's why I'm pushing on you. I want you to be certain about your particular heart towards this woman. And if you don't want to get back together with her, but you want to still prove something to her or prove something to yourself, then don't use her to do that.
All right, that helps.
If you want to prove something to yourself about the kind of guy you think you are now that you weren't back then, don't use your kids to do that, man, because it can be confusing for them.
Wow, okay, that helps.
If I really like spending time with her, and it's going to be a minefield.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that I do there.
That's great, great. And I just want you to become clear so that when some swipe right says, I don't think, then you can be like, whoa, chill. There's no romantic feelings here. She will always be in my life because we made 3 amazing kids together, and she's a close friend of mine. And if that's too much for you, great. I understand that. That's a lot. And as the great philosopher once said, bye, Felicia.
There you go. That works.
Is that fair?
It is.
You're the man.
I appreciated that. Helped a lot.
You're the man. Hey, let me know how it goes. And dude, I'm such a sucker romantic, and that's what makes me not good at this job because I get so blinded by it. But if you do ask her on a date, please call me and let me know. I'll just be wondering. Cool?
No. All right. Will do.
Thanks for the call, my brother. Appreciate you a lot, dude. Appreciate you.